It's only a loss if you ain't learned nothing from it. I turned to a boss, remember I was under budget.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chargers and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
For a guy still in his second year in the NFL, this is obviously a big spot for him to try and fill. Able to engineer the victory in the wild card round last weekend. That's got to give him confidence, and it's got to elevate the confidence of his teammates as well. But as he said after the win, things are only going to get tougher from there. He understands the situation he's in. He understands what's ahead of him in this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The first carry now. This is Hill. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Steps away to his left. They'll slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Complete to Johnston here. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. Coming left is Hill. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Again, a run with Evans. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and 3. Off the bootleg, Washington. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Evans will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Chris Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Oh, good footwork on the spin. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, Washington. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Washington. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but it did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Evans running behind center. It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Bengals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go again here with Evans.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Washington. Short throw to Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw. Washington.
That is caught.
Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
It's Murphy. In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Good open field tackling there, a 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. Off the bootleg. Washington. He'll buy some time right. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the 1st down on 3rd down.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. On 1st down, Washington.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And still fighting. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now look at him go.
He may go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Chris Evans
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Bengals strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Aaron Donald. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Herbert now. That's taken in by Palmer. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
And they've all been good so far. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans to about the 48-yard line.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 226 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Evans.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll try and run for this with Evans.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They'll go right back to Evans here on 1st down. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
On third down, Washington.
On the screen, this is Evans.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
And they'll run for it with Evans.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
Right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would...
And he's in! Touchdown, Bengals!
Chris Evans
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
For a right side, going to be complete to the ground.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air again, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Josh Palmer.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have got it back to within a score.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is down to 2. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Chargers' 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Evans running straight ahead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw on 2nd down, Washington. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Evans.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On 4th down, Washington. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Spiller.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Herbert.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He finds his man. Complete. It's Bowers.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. And maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
Davis now to return it. You call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Herbert. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, LA!
Josiah DeGuara.
67 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 8. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Bengals set to take over. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Washington, short throw to Smith. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw. Washington. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Again, a run with Evans.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
At the 20-yard line.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. Zay Flowers, a touchdown catch in the victory. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They start the drive with Evans.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Washington. Man open, here's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Looking to throw. Washington. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Washington.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Washington. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Smith Jr. A big gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Right back to him on 1st down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 1st and 10, Washington.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are back within a couple of the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as he'll decide to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert.
Right side, he has Johnston.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Herbert on 1st down now.
He's got another one to Johnston.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. Again, Herbert. Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the option right, Herbert. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown. But the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And he returns this to the 22. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's got the Bengals first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Straight ahead, it's Evans.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go again here with Evans.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Evans going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to run with Evans.
And they'll take this into the end zone for Bengals leading.
Chris Evans.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop. The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. And they will wind up having the possession inside the 35 of the 34-yard line. And that pressure there came from his left side. Maybe could have sped up the release, but he couldn't get it off in time.
And truthfully, the speed should be consistent each and every time. It should be quick mechanics. The best punters are the ones who can catch it, 1 step, and get rid of the football. Those are the ones you want. Anything more than 1 step in the NFL, you're flirting with disaster.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Out of the gun, a give to Evans.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the bootleg, Washington. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Evans.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's now 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Chris Evans
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The LA offense ready for this next possession. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Hill. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, ultimately, the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this third quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he
we
got
were kids?
the orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh,
There was always that model.
There's always that model. One yours, wasn't mine. The carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, have been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Bengal first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Evans.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Washington. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
45 yards.
and the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Run! Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again.
And he'll take it on in for the Bengals touchdown.
Chris Evans.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. McPherson on for the point after.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Chargers getting set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
Throw over the middle, caught by DeGuara.
A big play there for L.A. 46 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They snap it to Herbert. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Hill trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Hill.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Chargers 48.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
They'll go right back to Evans here on first down.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
Evans running behind center.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Again, a run with Evans.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship. And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball. He can get us home.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They'll run here with Evans.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
They'll look to run with Evans.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Brown is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. On is the Chargers punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. So possession goes over here on the punt.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he's really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Back to throw.
Herbert.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Logan Wilson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Now a deep one for Johnston. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock, that was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Pass out left finds Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
Remember, throughout my career, hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Oh, boy, kind of hold your breath here because Justin Herbert, he appears to be in some discomfort after that last play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
That is caught. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Duggan will look to throw this.
And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
Breaks through the contact. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Washington. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Josh Palmer. A gain of 21.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Looking to throw. Washington.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
That's complete to Palmer.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, it's Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Herbert throwing again. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
A.J. Epinesa.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
On 3rd down, it's Evans.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee.
And the Bengals going to live to fight another week as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.